XRP dropped 40%, and some of the altcoins almost 99%. What exactly happened and how my public portfolio after 60% of annual return is doing. So let's take a look. Let's go. So here you can see this historical day when Bitcoin dropped 16%. And here you can see this is all liquidations. Because what exactly happened? The price of Bitcoin was falling and was causing a new liquidation. And a lot of long positions were liquidated, because when the long position is liquidated, this is a sell order, which pushing the price even lower. And as a result, the price started at the price of $121,000 per Bitcoin and end up at the price of $102,000. So that means the drop was almost $20,000 or 16%. But all other coins dropped even lower. So for example, XRP on Binance dropped from $2.70 to almost 70 cents and lost almost $2 between a few minutes. This is almost 70% in price drop. And as a result, almost all leveraged positions in XRP were liquidated. And this is absolutely historic event. But XRP showed not the worst price drop. The worst one was Atom or Cosmos. Atom on Friday was trading at the price of $4 and dropped to $0.01, which is absolutely crazy, because the price drop in this case was more than 99%. And to understand how large were the losses, here you can see, for example, the leaderboard of one of the largest exchanges for crypto derivatives, Hyperliquid. So here you can see the performance in the opposite way. So that means the largest losses between the last 24 hours. And here you can see somebody lost 70 million, another 70 million, 18 million, 20 million, 35 million, and almost 60 million between the last 24 hours at that moment. So that could be not only the individuals who traded all these derivatives, but also some crypto funds. And as you can see, this is a crazy statistics, because as you can see from ROE, this is almost the total loss for each individual. And the main lesson learned from this day is that the leverage could be very dangerous. So, and that's why always I am telling that it's very important to keep your leverage under control. And in best way, don't use it at all. Because this is very simple. If you don't use leverage, there is no way that you could be liquidated, especially if you trade spot market. And if you trade derivatives, it will help you to minimize the risk and stay on the safe side. And such crazy price drops are not only happening in the cryptocurrency market. And for example, let me show you something. Here you can see the chart for a short duration bond ETF. And here you can see there is no volatility at all. And what happened next? We see a massive price drop, which is relative to a previous volatility is absolutely crazy. And this is in very safe instrument, in short-term bonds. In this case, the price drop was more than 7%. And for bond ETF, this is a huge number. But this is not only one and single example from traditional market. And let me show you the second example. And here you can see oil future. In that case, the prices didn't stop at zero and dropped to -$40. So that's why, comparing to this situation, the price of Atom dropped almost to zero but stay in the positive value. And as you can see, also traditional markets have crazy days. And after this massive sell-off, the price of a Bitcoin has bounced a bit and stayed in the triangle. But after that, break through it. And today, after 7 days, we see once again a huge amount of liquidations. Ethereum is following also the same patterns as Bitcoin do. And because in my public portfolio I'm trading Ethereum, this affected me as well. So I'm fully transparent with you, and let me show you my performance of my public portfolio. So here you can see the last account value was equal to $2,783 at the end of September. So we are right now at the middle of October. and my account value is equal to $2,740. So my account value right now is $40 less than it was in the previous portfolio update. And the main reason for that is that the price of Ethereum, as I was recording my last portfolio update, was equal to almost $4,500. And after that, Ethereum lost almost 15% in its value, or more than $600. And because I have a bit Ethereum in my public portfolio, this price drop reduced the value of my account value. So the total loss of $40 in my account value is equal to roughly 2% of its value. And as you can see, the biggest advantage to being hedged is that the price of Ethereum dropped 15% and my total account value dropped only almost 2%. So this is a big difference. And as I mentioned in my Discord channel, there is still a high chance that the price could move even lower. And by the way, if you would like to stay up to date, you can join my free Discord channel, where I show how to earn passive income with the cryptocurrency options. The link for my free Discord channel you will find in the description below. And as the prices for the options remains very high, I prefer to stay very defensive. And during this period of uncertainty in the market, I plan to switch to Bitcoin USDC options, because my total account value is equal to $2,740, and by trading Ethereum options, the minimal size is equal to 1 Ethereum, which has a value right now more than $3,800. So this is much more than my current account value. And because in this case I would like to avoid leverage and to avoid very high volatility and drawdown, I would prefer to trade Bitcoin USDC options and to receive all the premiums in USDC instead of Bitcoin or Ethereum, compared to inverse options in Bitcoin and Ethereum. So right now I have a bit more than $340 in Ethereum, and my plan for now is to collect the premiums in USDC and grew up my USDC balance. And I will keep selling the put options, but in this case for Bitcoin. Because right now Bitcoin is less volatile, still has a very high implied volatility, and as a result, this is a quite high premiums right now. But in this case, comparing to Ethereum, I don't have a risk of a such high drawdown. And also because I am selling the covered puts, I can adjust my position to my account value. So what do I mean by that? So the minimum order size for Bitcoin USDC options is equal to 0.01. And in this case, for example, by selling 0.02 Bitcoin, I will be able to match my account value to position that I have, and in this way avoid leverage. And right now in this market, this is very important, as it showed the last week to use no leverage. And the strategy for the long-term perspective is very simple. Stay without leverage, select the trades with a very low risk, and keep collecting all this passive income. And as you can see, this strategy works. Yes, there are some fluctuations of the value of portfolio, but still this develops in the right direction. And we still have the next 2 weeks until the next portfolio snapshot. And I hope that after 2 weeks, the portfolio will be equal to $2,800. And we will check this after 2 weeks. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to not to miss the new episode. And if you would like to learn more how to earn passive income with cryptocurrency options, you can watch my next video here or here. See you in the next video. Bye.